worried about was our side of the village, that side of it, the quarter. You have access to the world in the palm of your hands now.
And what you gonna do with it?
What you gonna do with
it? Either it can
what you gonna do with
it can elevate you or it can destroy you. And that's the question I tell my kids. I ask my kids. Now, what you have in your hand is the most valuable asset right now to yourself. So what knowledge are you gonna be seeking? You know, and that's another thing too as well that I'm be working on. You know, helping the youth find peace within themselves.
Yeah.
By understanding truth. You know, because we have so many of our children that we're losing because they're caught up in the illusion,
in the hype.
They're caught up in the hype, and it's destroying them. You know, so
got another podcast too, Real versus Reality. People need to check that out because that's a lot of what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I touched on in that podcast. Don't let somebody that's one say because they're like real. If it's real, then it's reality. Nah, not so much because I could post a picture or somebody could post a picture in a moment, it looks like they own. They might be doing something, but just like you say, as soon as I take that flash off and I'm looking back, I'm depressed. So now you're chasing that real that was in that one split second of that moment you captured, but that's not that reality.
Yeah.
So real and reality is two different things.
It's
real,
good. Yeah,
because you've seen it. It's real, but it's not the reality of what they're truly living. So that's deep on what you was talking about right there.
Yeah, and that right there is real because that's what they got to learn to know the difference. Because
don't be fooled. It's a lot of Chris Angels on the internet.
It is. It's a lot, and so that right there is really one thing that I do want to put out that I'll be doing as well as just going in and impacting the kids.
Yeah.
I have a couple young girls now that I just, that I'm kind of mentoring now that are, these kids are crying for help.
Yeah.
They're and oftentimes I tell people too that, even though the kids are crying for help, what am I doing as an adult? Because it starts with us.
Surrender that help.
Yep, to surrender. Am I understanding myself? So, because all kids ain't for everybody to be touching. You got to know which ones God sent to you. And and the parents have to know which ones to send to other people. We can't be trusting everybody with our children. So
all energy ain't for you.
Yeah, so that right there is a big thing that's on my heart too, with bringing the light out in our kids, so therefore they can be at their fullest potential, their highest self, and operate and vibrate higher and love themselves for real, not to love what they see, but love who they are
within. So let me ask you this before we come to a close, because like I said, you put out a lot of valuable knowledge, and I know it's some people that, like you kind of said early on, that's in that beginning stage, like they're trying to find themselves, and they're looking like, man, I need to get to there. What advice would you give them to take that first step, to just open their heads up and just understand you don't get here day one?
Overnight, yeah. And one thing people need to understand before I say this is that too much knowledge at one time that you're not prepared for can destroy you.
Man, that's deep. That's deep.
So I want to say that was something that needed to be said, because I don't want people to. And then when you said what you said about you don't just get here overnight, because this is a transition. This is a journey. People sometimes want to get the destination so quickly, but it's a journey. So one thing that I recommend for people to do is, even if you was in church or you have never been in church, start there.
Yeah.
With understanding who God is and how God created you.
Yeah.
And once you start there, then start finding books to affirm what you believe about yourself.
Yeah.
And then after you do that, then go into a moment of understanding what gratitude is.
Yeah.
The rest is up to God after that. To you and God,
That's what's up.
So whatever books that you're led to read, you read. We got discernment for a reason.
Yeah.
So trust your gut.
Yeah.
Because what I read may not be something that somebody else may be reading and catch hold to. Then now you don't want to do nothing. So we got to make sure that we make this relationship personal.
Yes, indeed.
You know, and that's just really the best advice I can give, so that people can have a true start for just themselves. Not saying I need you to read this book, read that. No, start here.
Yeah.
You know, gradually. Be consistent in that.
Mm-hmm.
Then add a little more.
Like
then,
you said, be consistent and intentional. I like that word.
Yeah, very intentional.
So, before we wrap up, tell people how to keep up with you. When they need that life coaching, that spiritual presence, and they just want to, they feel that energy. They say, I need to tap into more of that. Tell people how they can keep up with you a little bit.
Right now, I am on only on Instagram. Mm-hmm. I do have a Twitter account as well, but I'm on Instagram at Hurt to Heal _ coaching. You can reach me by email at hurttoheal@hurttohealllc.com. Mm-hmm. And right now, those are the only two little platforms that I'm using, because I want to be able to manage small first.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to get nothing too quickly. I don't want to do how everybody else doing. So therefore, I can know that God is sending this to me.
Yeah.
If I'm too many places and too many spaces at one time, then that's too much for me to have to worry about who's this, that person right from that. No, give me small, God. Let me grow a little bit. I need no rush.
Yeah.
Because it's already mine.
Yeah.
Let me go through the process. Let me go through the journey. So when I share it with people, I can show them how, hey, somebody else may do it that way, and that's how it fits for them. Then if you can do it this way, here's an alternative way. You know, show people, give people different solutions to things.
Really?
And so they're trying to be like everything else, or wanting things too quickly. I just want what's for me, when it's for me, when it's time for me, and I want it to be real. So when I give it to people and share with people, they know how real it is.
That's what's up. So of course, I'll be sharing this on my platform on Instagram, and I'll release the whole video. I'll be snippets on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Mine is AVG_podcast_9_11. So I'll be having snippets on there, and you'll be able to access the entire interview there, and it will be on Anchor starting tomorrow. So,
all right.
Yeah. So this is our first interview. So.
Yes. And what better way to start it with somebody while you at the bottom?
Yeah.
You know, while you starting out. Because when we get to the next level, you know, because I do believe anything attached to me wins. And I know you believe that as well.
Exactly.
So when 2 or 3 are gathered, guess what? God honors whatever we say. So it is so to be. So I just have to put that out there in the universe. You know. Yeah. But I'm truly grateful for this moment and this time. So I wouldn't have rather been nowhere else than to do it, like I said, with somebody who's family, somebody who I love. So,
and just to let you know, I appreciate you reaching out to me to even thinking, hey, you know, that's a platform worth being on.
Yeah.
Like, all my guests don't know that I'm really honored that, you know, that y'all sit down and just take the time to talk with. Me. Just give me that chance to, you know, help spread y'all words. So, we're going to wrap up today. So, you know how we ended AVG podcast, always visualize your goals. And after that, accomplish those visualized goals. 9/11, gone.
Peace.